Hi everyone, this is the news from Western Armenia, especially for you. Yerevan faces a reality test 8 European political communities submitted, and the song of the Sirens. Times Square marks of the genocide committed against Armenians anniversary, carrying the past, building the future. Genocide memorial destruction is a political act, not just cultural loss. Hovik, Avanesov. Lebanon death toll reaches 2,702 in Israel-Hezbollah clashes. US, Iran, UAE. Tensions rise around Hormuz. What we know. 80% of displaced Artsakh Armenians rent homes. Poverty and unemployment at 70%. Baku claims Ghazanchetsots Cathedral restored aimed cultural genocide association. Dersim Massacres remembered May 4, marked as a day of decision. Yerevan hosted the 8 European political communities summit, bringing together leaders to stringent cooperation amid rising tensions. Yet behind calls for unity lies a key question: is Europe ready to act, or it is following the song of the Sirens of Repolitik? Armenia and the center of regional change reflects challenges of security, sovereignty, and democracy. However, no discussion can ignore Artsakh and Western Armenia. Core issues: genocide, displaced people's right, cultural heritage, and security remain unresolved. For Western Armenia, Artsakh is still an open wound. For Europe, it is a test of credibility. Will it defend its values or prioritize geographical interests? The summit risks being symbolic rather than practical. Statements alone cannot replace real actions like security, guarantee, and legal mechanism. Yerevan may become a moment of truth, address the issue openly, or remain silent for stability. History will judge whether this was a turning point or a mission opportunity. Armenian, President of the Republic of Western Armenia. On April 26, hundreds gathered in Times Square to mark the 111th anniversary of the genocide committed against Armenians. Organized by the Knights and Daughters of Vartan, the event was titled "Carrying the Past, Building the Future." Speeches and cultural programs highlighted Armenian identity and the importance of shaping the future. It was hosted by Lucine Bailerian, Central Nasri, and Nairi Diratosyan. The event began with a blessing by clergy, including Archbishop Anshavan Tenyelian, followed by a moment of silence. It also addressed cultural destruction and prisoners. Opera singer Karine Vartanyan performed the national anthems. The message was clear: the consequences of genocide continue, and unity is needed for justice and the future. The destruction of the genocide committed against Armenians memorial in Stepanakert is seen as a deliberate political act, not just a cultural loss, according to Hovik Avanesov. Caucasus Heritage Watch reports this is part of a broader pattern of destroying Armenian heritage. The monument had strong symbolic value. Stellite data confirm it was destroyed between July 2025 and April 2026, suggesting a planned process. Experts say such actions violate international law and aim to erase historical memory, an example of cultural genocide. This case calls for a clear international response. Clashes between the Israeli regime and Hezbollah have been killed 2,702 people and injured 8,311, according to Lebanon's health ministry. The conflict began on March 2 and quickly escalated. Despite a ceasefire on April, 70 attacks continue. Experts warn the situation remains unstable and could escalate again. The US and Iran accuse each other of military attacks, increasing mistrust. The Strait of Hormuz is nearly closed, with about 2,000 ships affected. US President Donald Trump announced Project Freedom, while Iran warned it may target ships without permission and expanded its control claims. The UAE accused Iran of attacking federal, damaging infrastructure. Experts warn this could disrupt diplomacy, global energy markets, and regional stability. Artsakh Beglaryan reports serious social issues. First one, poverty 70%, unemployment 70%, salaries 40% lower, 80% live in rented housing. He stated this is due to failed social and housing programs, despite official claims that the crisis has been resolved. He emphasizes that even if people do not openly complain, their situation remains very difficult and often misunderstood. Azerbaijani sources claim the Ghazanchetsots Cathedral has been restored, while accusations persist of cultural destruction. The cathedral was previously damaged, and recent destruction of another church in Stepanakert raises concern. Statements suggest such actions may continue under the label of reconstruction. May 4, 1937 marked the start of actions that led to mass violence and displacement in Dersim. The region had already been under strict control. Military operations caused many deaths and displacement over 2 years. These events remain debated, but remembering them is important for justice and prevention. So this was all news for today. If you want something to learn and know about, you can easily find Western Armenia State TV website and read everything there. Thank you for watching.